Hello students, today we are going to discuss about the excess pressure inside a liquid drop and the applications of surface tension. So before going to the expression for the excess pressure inside a liquid drop, have a look on the picture 2 and 3. So the figure 2 is the free liquid surface is concave in shape. We can see that it is a liquid surface which is concave in shape. So the surface tension acts tangential to the surface. So here in the concave shaped surface, the surface tension acts tangential to the surface. So it can be resolved into two components. One is horizontal and the other is vertical. So here also the tangential component can be resolved into horizontal and vertical. So notice that the horizontal components are equal and opposite. The horizontal components are equal and opposite. So they are cancelling each other. And the vertical components are add together. So there is a resultant force normal to the surface. And the resultant normal force which is directed towards the center of the curvature of the surface. So that is, if the free surface of the liquid is concave, the resultant force is upwards. That is, the resultant force directed towards the center of the surface, that is, the resultant force is upward, and the pressure, here in the case, the pressure is decreased. Since the force is upward, the pressure is decreased, while in the case where the surface is concave. And coming to the second one, what is the speciality of the surface? Yes, here the free surface is convex in shape. The free surface is convex in shape. So in the case of a convex surface, there is a resultant force due to surface tension acting on a molecule on the surface of the liquid directed into the liquid towards the center of curvature of the surface. That is, in this figure, the liquid surface is convex, so the resultant force is directed downwards due to the surface tension. So here, in the case of a convex surface, the pressure is increased. So in short, we can say that in a concave surface, if the free surface is concave, the pressure is decreased, and if the free surface of a liquid is convex, the pressure is increased. So let's move to the expression of the excess pressure inside a liquid drop. So here the figure shows a liquid drop of radius r, and the liquid surface is a convex surface. The liquid surface is a convex surface. So what is the speciality of the convex surface? Yes, in convex surface the pressure is increased. The pressure inside it is greater than the pressure outside. So this excess pressure, the excess pressure inside the liquid drop, inside a convex surface, can be represented by the small letter P, and T is the surface tension and R be the radius of the drop. So here we are considering the equilibrium of one half of the drop, say the upper half or the upper hemisphere. So the figure shows the one half of the drop, only one half of the upper hemisphere is shown here, and the surface tension is acting downwards. It is clear from the picture, and there is a excess pressure, and the excess pressure is greater than the outside. So there is an upward thrust on the plane face ABCD. If we consider a plane ABCD, there is an upward thrust is equal to force. So there is an upward force on the plane face ABCD. There is an upward force on the plane ABCD due to the excess pressure. There is an upward force due to the excess pressure that's equal to pressure into area. We know that pressure equal to force by area. Therefore, the force equal to pressure into area. So here the upward force equal to the upward pressure into area. The pressure equal to the excess pressure, that's equal to small p into area. Since the area is a drop which is a circle, the area equal to pi r square. Then there is a force due to surface tension which is acting downwards. So the force due to surface tension acting downwards on it around its edge is equal to T into 2 pi r. So T into 2 pi r. So 2 pi r is the perimeter. It is the perimeter of the circle. 2 pi r is the perimeter of the circle. So the force due to surface tension acting downwards around its edges is equal to T into 2 pi r. Actually, T is the surface tension and 2 pi r is the perimeter. So the force equal to T into 2 pi r. So in equilibrium, both these forces are equal. There is an upward force due to the excess pressure and there is a downward force due to surface tension. So in equilibrium, both these forces are equal. So we are equating the both forces, that is P into pi r square equals to T into 2 pi r. So from there, P equal to T into 2 pi r by pi r square. Cancelling the equal terms, we get P equal to 2T by R. So the excess pressure inside a liquid drop is equal to 2T by R. So this is the expression for the excess pressure inside a liquid drop. Inside a liquid drop, the excess pressure is equal to 2 times the surface tension divided by the radius of the liquid drop. So next is we are going to consider the applications of surface tension. So there are many applications to surface tension. We are now consider the 6 application. The first one is about the tensiometer. I hope that you are hearing about tensiometer for the first time. So tensiometer is a device used to measure surface tension. Tensiometer is a device used to measure surface tension. And force tensiometer is used to measure the interfacial tension of liquids and hence to determine the surface free energy, wettability, dynamic contact angle absorption. We are using the tensiometer. So tensiometer is the first application of surface tension. Tensiometer is a device which is used to measure surface tension, and force tensiometer is a type of tensiometer where it is used to measure the interfacial tension of liquids, and hence it is used to determine the surface properties such as surface free energy, wettability, dynamic contact angle absorption, etc. So the next is optical tensiometer. So optical tensiometers are used for the characterization of both liquids and solids. That is, it captures the image of a drop and analyzes the drop shape as a function of time. From this, solid surface energy can be determined. Such measurements help us to control the purity of semiconductors. So optical tensiometers are used to characterization of liquid and solids, and from the optical tensiometer we can analyze the drop shape as a function of time, and also it is used to measure the surface energy, and hence it helps to control the purity of semiconductors. So there are many applications for optical tensiometer. And the other applications of surface tension are: the surface tension prevents water from passing through the pores of an umbrella, and the surface tension of antiseptic ointments are low. So what happens when the surface tension of antiseptic ointments are low? When it is low, it makes them spread over the wound. When the surface tension of the ointments are very low, that makes them to spread over the wound. And the next application is: the detergents are added to water to reduce its surface tension. So while adding the detergents to water, it reduces the surface tension, so it helps for the washing purpose. And the next is: the surface tension of liquid decreases with increase in temperature. So we already discussed this factor. The temperature is a factor which influences the surface tension, and when the temperature increases, the surface tension decreases. So while washing clothes using warm water, the washing can be made more effective. So the surface tension of the liquid decreases with increase in temperature. The washing of clothes can be made more effective by using warm water. So these are the applications of surface tension. You just memorize this application. The first is about the force tensiometer, the second is about the optical tensiometer, and third, the surface tension prevents water from passing through the pores of an umbrella, and third, the surface tension of the antiseptic ointments are low, that make them to spread over the wound, and the detergents are added to water to reduce the surface tension for washing purposes, and the last one is: the surface tension of liquid decreases with increase in temperature, so that washing of cloth can be made more effective by using warm water. So that's all about today's class. Today we have discussed about the expression for the excess pressure inside a liquid drop, and also about the applications of surface tension. So I hope that you all understand today's class. You should prepare a note on today's class, and we will see in the next class. Thank you for listening.